Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Shout out to the people who just subscribed. Thank you very much for your support, and I hope you enjoy what I have to offer. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to mention them below. So today what we are going to talk about is mental health. Now, mental health has a stigma. I mean, we all know it. We've all heard people tease around about it and stuff. But I think what people kind of forget is that it is very real for some people. So, let's get started with some of the things I have written down here. So, there's probably more people who are suffering than you actually realize. The reported amount is about 18% of people over the age of 18. So the thing is a lot of people are struggling and are afraid to get help, or they can't afford help. There's so many different things that make it really hard for people to get resources, because some people just aren't educated on what their resources even are. Now, it really depends on your insurance, what kind of abilities or disabilities you have, and things like that. I mean, you can go on and on and on. There are different helplines if you need to reach out and speak to someone. There are free clinics. Most of them have some type of counseling. They may not all. I mean, it's a free clinic, so they do with what they can hold on to. If you know of other resources that are free or really affordable, please comment below to help everyone out who I was, unable to give a good solution to. There's also like Better Health. I don't actually know if how much they charge per session, but I've heard like some people tell me it's like $30-$40 a session. So I don't know exactly how that works with over the phone and through text, but anyways, I've heard it is a good deal and a good resource. So let me move on to my next little note here. The biggest thing that I want to touch on is someone with a mental illness does not need to hear your negative opinions. Okay? I know there are so many stigmas and such a misunderstanding, but your mental health is affected by the same thing that your physical health is. It's all about your brain making all the connections, releasing the right hormones. I mean, why are people diabetic? Because their body doesn't produce the right hormones. So, a lot of them are just chemical imbalances, which is why they prescribe medication. It is not a bad thing. And if you don't need it, that's perfectly fine. Some people can sort things out and learn ways to deal with it, and they don't have to go down that route. But if you're really struggling and you can't get it together without that, then there's no reason not to do medications. I know several people who, when they were going through a really rough patch, it just spiked their anxiety, their depression, whatever seemed to be going on with them mental health wise, then they started taking some medications. Now, that is not to say that you can just stop. If you feel like you no longer need them, you need to consult your psychiatrist or doctor. Do not just take yourself off of them. It's a horrible idea, trust me, because I thought when I was younger and taking some of that I would just stop. I would just quit taking it, which made me a very angry person and all this other stuff. And when I actually weaned off, that was a lot better. Anyways, it's very important, though, that if you have a loved one that has mental illness, friends, family, whoever that may be, You need to make sure they know that you love them and you support them, that you accept them for who they are. Now, a lot of people can't have a hard time understanding it when you haven't experienced it, but you don't know what the other person feels, whether it's just kind of like a total shutdown when they're overwhelmed, or if in some cases, unfortunately, they are delusional and seeing things that aren't there, but in their mind it's very real. That's the part of mental disorders that is hard for people to understand, is the fact that you may not see it, you may not understand it, but for them it is very, very real. You have to take care of your mental health and your physical health. And by this I mean your mental health actually can affect your physical health. Anxiety, depression, they've been linked to cause different types of pains and things like that. So you've got to make sure you're taking care of both sides if you struggle with mental health. Now, not everybody does. There are those people out there who just, I wonder what normal is actually like, but are supposedly the norm. I feel like we're the norm, but whatever. And you know, the other thing is parents, when teachers or doctors bring it up to you that your child might have a certain mental issue, whether it's a learning disability or a psychiatric disorder, you need to move past the fact that it might be your fault and focus on what you can do now to help your child learn to cope, so they will be prepared when they graduate high school to take the next step. And that goes for everyone, not just parents. You guys need to make sure that you're not rejecting them and trying to play the blame game and all that and what caused it. Is it something that happened during childbirth and the pregnancy and blah blah? Stop, because it does not matter anymore. This is what's going on, and you need to deal with that situation now. And you need to allow kind of for children a safe space. And I'm not meaning like, oh, nothing, you know, but like a space where when they're overwhelmed, they can just sit for a minute and be alone. Okay, like, anyways. So I think that's really all I had on my list today. It's something very important to me because people just don't get it. They don't get it. And it's scary to find out that something's wrong with your kiddo or the people that you love and things like that. But just help them. Let them know it's okay to ask for help. And if you're suffering through it, it's okay to ask for help. My favorite song is, well, one of them, I love music, so, is a song by Jessie J. It's Masterpiece, and one of the parts of that is, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. So think about that. I mean, if people are having a hard time accepting it, this is what you're going through. They don't understand it, so who are they to judge? And the ones who do try to be understanding, be open to it. Try not to push them away. It's hard to talk about, but tell them a little tidbit and let them know that maybe the rest of it you're not ready to talk about yet. That's okay to not be ready to talk about it. We all deal with it at our own pace. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for me. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see next. We are going to do another mason jar video. I just mason jar failed earlier when I was trying to do it. So anyways, so you guys, let me know what kind of stuff you want coming forward. And thank you for watching. Share this with friends and family, and it's okay not to be okay. Reach out and get the help you need to be a happier, healthier you. Bye.